love, one must also be a warrior to fight and stand for said love. Because love may be patient, love may be peaceful, love may be calm, but it is a warrior's heart that can stand when times are rough, when those tough seas push you to become true sailors. Love also requires a heart that is ready to fight for what is right, to fight for what you believe in, to fight for that very special person that you love, whether it be to a family member, a friend, a lover, a spouse. Love also needs warriors, warriors to stand against the storm. You're still tuned to Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM, and if you can hear the sound of my voice this evening, I'd like to welcome you to a very special program dedicated to all the lovers out there. Yes, from the young lovers to the old flames, this is a program for you. Welcome to Heartbeat, a program that celebrates love in all its beauties and complexities. You see, on Heartbeat, matters of the heart is our business. So whether you're a content heart this evening, snuggled up right next to that very special person you call your heartbeat, or whether you're a lonely heart this evening, a lonely heart looking for someone to love, or whether you're a heart that's troubled, a troubled heart filled with questions about your love, about your life, and about your relationship. This is your time, this is your program, and this is a special program dedicated to you. And of course, as always, my name still remains Bucci. And like a deck of cards, I am your Jack of Hearts, and I have the unique privilege, no, I have the singular honor to once again be your guide down the tunnel of love. So sit back, relax, fasten your seatbelt as we once again take another deep dive and journey into love. You see, on this program, we like to celebrate and we like to cultivate happy, healthy, productive relationships between lovers, between partners, between spouses, between anyone that shares that love and that special bond with someone special. You see, we like to deep dive into love. We like to celebrate it. We like to imbibe it. We like to dissect it, understand it, and of course, apply principles that help to promote those happy and healthy relationships that we all deserve to be in. So if this is your first time joining us on this program, once again, you're welcome. We're going to take a short musical break, and when we come back, of course, we're going to dive straight into the topic of the day. And of course, eventually open up the phone lines to you out there for you to call in to share your thoughts, your views, and your opinions. So don't go anywhere. Keep your dial locked, of course, to Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM, and we'll be right back, right after this. a safe place for you to express your love, to share your love, and of course, promote and grow happy and healthy relationships. Of course, my name still remains Bucci. And like a deck of cards, I am your Jack of Hearts. And in the immortal words of Charlie Chaplin, I'm a tramp, a gentleman, a poet, a dreamer, a lonely fellow who's always hopeful of romance and an adventure. And tonight, once again, we're going to take another adventure into love. That's what we do here, because matters of the heart is our business. It is our creed, and it is what we do and what we tackle here on this program. And of course, just like every other program on Human Rights Radio, on this radio station, we stream all our programming live. So if you want to be a part of this experience, part of this journey, part of this station, part of this program, or any other program, you can log on to our social media sites. Just go to any one of your choice, whether it's Facebook, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, Twitch, Periscope, you name it, we're on it. Just type in Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, and of course, leave your comments, your questions, leave your contributions and your comments on the comment section, of course. And definitely, we will get back to you, because feedback from you is important. Without you, there is no us. And of course, you can listen to us anywhere you are on the surface of this planet. From Madagascar to Timbuktu, you name it, we're on it. Just download our app from the Google Play Store, the iOS Store, Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM. It's one of a kind, because these are the steps we take to go further towards redefining broadcasting, because you are part of us as we are part of you. Tonight, I want to talk about something interesting. Something that occurred to me. Something that just occurred to me. I was having a discussion with a friend earlier in the day, and she just sort of highlighted something to me, and it goes, something that we tend to not consider. We say we do, but we don't actually really consider it. We don't really put a lot of time and effort that is required, that is necessary, that should be put into something like as simple and as fundamental as choosing the right partner. You see, in relationships, we tend to go with our hearts. We tend to go with our feelings. We tend to go with what drives us. And a lot of times, although this may not be in your case, but in a lot of times we tend to forget to look with our eyes. Of course, you're supposed to also look with your heart, but you also have to look with your eyes. The person that you want to take this journey with, whether it's just dating the person, whether it's going down the aisle, sometimes you have to look at the person. Look before you leap. Who is this person? Why do I feel the way I feel about this person? What is attracting me to this person? What can this person do? Not just to better my standings financially, but what value does this person add to my life? How does this person push me to be better than who I am? Many times we don't look at that. We look at things from our own points of views, from our own perspectives. We look at things that, how do I feel about this person? But how often do you consider how that person feels about you? How often do you consider what brings you to this person? What attracts you to this person? And many times this comes about because we have, of course, feelings and emotions, their impulses, their innate feelings and synapses that trigger in ourselves that attract us to a certain thing. We know what we like, we know what we don't like. But do we actually know what we need and what we don't need? Do we actually know what we want and we don't want? There's a difference between want and need. And it happens everywhere. You see, you may need a pair of shoes. That is a need. But you may want 20 pairs. You see the difference there? You want 20 pairs of shoes. But of course, the innate need is you need your feet to be covered, to protect you, for comfort, for balance. That is a need, but not a want. And it also applies to people in our lives. People that we choose as partners, whether to go down life as your life partner or somebody to date or just someone to be with, someone to have and to hold. We tend to make this mistake a lot. We're all victims of it. I'm a victim, you're a victim. You sometimes end up making bad choices, but in those bad choices, what do you learn from it? What do you pick from it? And how do you avoid making the same mistakes twice? How do you circumvent, or how do you skip it? Of course, you can't predict the future, but you can make steps to correct it. You learn from your mistakes and you make them, and you make the necessary changes towards correcting said mistakes. Let's look at it this way. You see, you meet somebody, you like that person, you're attracted to them. Of course, there's, let's say, that mutual spark or that mutual attraction. You have the butterflies in your stomach. You love the way the person smiles, the way the person laughs, the way the person thinks. You get into said relationship, and with time, as time progresses, that attraction dies down. Maybe the person doesn't even look the way they did to you when you first met. How then? What then keeps you in that relationship? What are those things? Which is why I've always said one of the key things when you want to engage in a relationship is to know what you want. Aristotle said it first: know thyself. Knowing thyself, knowing who you are, what you like, what you don't like, what you can tolerate, what you can't tolerate. That gives you a broad picture, a broad idea of knowing the kind of person you want for yourself. You see, you may want somebody, but do you actually need that person? You may want a certain kind of girl. You may want a certain kind of guy. You may want a certain kind of woman. I want you. This is a person I want. But do you necessarily need that person? When does it transcend to a need? What are the criteria you've laid out and you've seen in this person, and you know you need this person? You see, love is a very funny thing. You can't explain sometimes what you want. You can't, there's no rhyme or reason sometimes. You're just attracted to that person. You want that person in your life. You want to share a bond, a deep connection with that person. Sometimes out of caution and out of fear, we hold ourselves back. We're not really willing to take that risk, to step into the fray, to step in and stand for that person that you want, you need. Sometimes it's that fear that holds us back. But then, in the end, what do you need? Which is why I've always said this to many people when people ask me, how do I know? Or how do I know? What do I do? Or I just came out of a breakup. Or what do you want? I've always said this. Why not you take that time to know yourself, to look into yourself? Look at your previous relationships. Look at your track record. Examine. Take time to self-reflect. Examine yourself. See what you want. Make a list, make a criteria. This is what I want, this is what I don't want. I've tried this and I've tried that. Let me iron out what makes me happy. Is it a nice person you want? Is it a strong person you want? Is it somebody who is intelligent? Is it somebody who is God-fearing? What are those things, those criteria, those things, those necessary needs in your life based on companionship? Because in the end, when you want to start a relationship with someone, whether it's a short-term relationship, long-term relationship, in the end, compatibility is important. What are your views, your values, your beliefs? These are the things that make up your core, your soul. And somebody who doesn't share those same things with you, in the end, one way or another, the relationship is doomed to fail. So why not take that time? Figure out what you want for yourself. How you can apply the steps that you're making to attract what you want in your own life. Cut out all the things that are unnecessary. Cut out all the wants and focus on the needs. You'll see you have a less likely chance of running into a bad relationship where things go south and you end up alone, or you can't understand why you keep winding up with the wrong set of people. Now, my father will tell you it's a normal, natural thing for a relationship to have its ups and downs, or even to end and start again, or to end and not even kick off again and then begin anew. We're human beings. We're not perfect creatures. Nobody's perfect, and no relationship is perfect. But some relationships shouldn't even exist. Some relationships stand as lessons for us, lessons to teach us, because we learn by lessons, we learn by examples. It is those hard lessons that teach us, that inform us, that tell us who we are and what we want. You tell a child, don't touch that, it's hot. It will burn you. No matter how you say it, unless that child experiences it, that child never learns. We are creatures that learn by experience. How do you know what you want and what you don't want, or what you need and you don't need, if you're not willing to put your feet in the water, to test the waters, to see? And then from there, taking that information and then stripping down to what you need. You see, when you were younger, when you were a teenager, when you were in your whatever age you're in right now, when you're younger, you feel you have a clear idea of what you want. But with time, one thing that time and age teaches all of us, that time strips away the things that we want and leaves the things that we need, the things that we recognize that are important to us. Time does that, and experience provides that platform. So don't be afraid to experience. Don't be afraid to learn. Don't be afraid to step into the fray. It's fear that holds us back. Fear of heartbreak, fear of the unknown, fear of what if. When there can be where the possibility is endless. You see, we make mistakes. We get into bad relationships. We're bruised, we're bent, but we're not broken. You stand up, you dust yourself off. And then you take that experience and chart a new course for yourself. Learn about yourself, understand yourself. What went wrong? How did I go wrong? What can I do to improve? Okay. reset, let's go again. It doesn't change who you are. In fact, it makes you a better person. A person who learns from their mistakes becomes better. A person who learns from the past and is not chained by it, is not held by it, makes better choices for the future. So before you engage in that relationship, before you run with your heart, why not use your head? Apply some reason, apply some logic. See what you want against what you need. Strip it down. What are your core views, your core beliefs, your core values? Do you share it with this person? Attraction is a beautiful thing, but attraction can only get you so far. Love is a beautiful thing, but love can only get you so far. It's friendship. It's companionship. These are the things that transcend and sometimes create the most beautiful relationships. But it requires work on our part. Nobody's ready-made. You're not ready-made and you're not perfect. Neither is that person. That person isn't ready-made and that person isn't perfect. It's the moves you make. The moves you make. The energy you put in to better yourself towards the betterment of your relationship. The selfless moves. Like my father would always say, my father always says this over and over and over. Genuity comes from selfless action. Selfless, thoughtless action. Genuity, true genuity. How do you know this person? What is the truth about you? What is the truth about your partner, the person you choose? These are the things that make for the perfect companion. So if there's anything you're going to pick this night from what we're talking about, if there's anything at all, I want you to pick this. Whether you're in a relationship, planning to get into one, or just coming out of a relationship, remember, nobody's perfect, not even you. And always remember to recognize the difference between what you want and what you need. This will help you a long way in maintaining your present relationship, finding a new relationship, or salvaging one. What you want and what you need. You're still tuned to Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM, and of course, this is Heartbeat, and my name still remains Bucci. And like a deck of cards, I am your Jack of Hearts. We're going to take a short musical break. Of course, when we come back, we're going to continue with the topic of the day and, of course, open up the phone lines for you out there, for you to call in, share your thoughts, your views, and your opinions, and, of course, tell us what's troubling you this evening. What questions about your love, your life, and your relationship are you seeking answers for? And here on this program, we'll do our very best to prefer you with the best guidance and the best answers and solutions that we can. So don't go anywhere. Keep your dial locked. We'll be right back, right after this. But of course, as always, it's that time in the program where we open up the phone lines to you out there for you to call in, share your views, share your thoughts, and share your troubles, your relationship troubles, whatever is troubling you in your relationship, whatever question you have. Feel free to call in and share. This is a safe space. This is a safe plot. This is a safe zone. The number to call still remains 081 89991011. If you're a troubled heart this evening, a troubled heart filled with questions about your love and about your life, feel free to call in and we'll do our best to prefer you with the best answers, solutions, and guidance that we can. Like we always say, I'm not a psychologist. I'm not even a social psychologist. I'm not even a doctor. I'm just a man with a passion for love. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you. My name is David.
David, where's David calling me from?
Calling you from Asoko.
How is Asokro this morning, my brother?
Okay, you got to do well.
Fantastic. Talk to me. What can I do for you?
Good morning. There's a lady that I really like the lady.
Mm-hmm.
But she's always telling me that she has someone.
Mm.
And I feel so much love. But she accepts me at any way, but she don't want to go with marriage.
Mm-hmm.
So I keep trying my own possible best to come to see if she can. But yet she has not seen anything.
Okay. All right. But David, you tried your best and you asked her out and she told you she has someone right now that she's dating. She's in a relationship with somebody else, right?
Yes.
Okay. And you feel like she is meant to be the one for you. You love her so much. But for how long have you been pursuing this said person?
This is the third month.
The third month. Well, David, well, thank you for calling. The thing is, you've been trying your best right now. And right now, you've let her know how you feel. You've laid your heart and your feelings on the line. But she's been honest with you. Honest enough to tell you that she is dating somebody else. Because some people will just take that to their advantage and just decide to maybe double play you, maybe play on your emotions and feelings to access whatever material things they can get from you. But you have to appreciate this person's honesty enough to let you know that right now she's engaged or she's in a relationship with someone else. I think the best thing you can do right now is maybe you just step back from this person, give her that space, give her that time with whatever relationship she's going in. You've let her know how you feel. You've tried and it didn't work. Right now she's dating or she is in a relationship with someone else. Now it's up to her. I think what you need right now is maybe you could just move on. Maybe you date some other people. With time, if things are meant to be between you and this person, time and the future has a way of bringing the two of you together. But for right now, if she's engaged in another relationship, there's no point trying to torpedo that relationship just for yourself. Now you feel this way about her, but right now she doesn't feel that way about you. And there's no way you can love enough for both of you. It's her and you together. It's the two of you that will make things work. So for now, I think the best situation or the best advice I can give you is just to step away for now. Give her that space. Just step away for now. You know, it will work out. If it's meant to be, it will be. Okay, David?
Okay, sir. Thank you.
All right, David. Thank you so much. I wish you all the best, okay?
All right, thank you.
All right, then. This is still Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM, and of course, this is Heartbeat, and my name still remains Bucci. And like a deck of cards, I am your Jack of Hearts. Hello, good morning. Hello? Hello?
Good morning.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to the program.
How are you doing?
I'm guessing this must be Hannah. Hannah. Longest time. How have you been?
I'm fine.
Okay. Raymond was actually calling yesterday and asking about you. We hadn't heard from you for a while. I hope everything is okay on your end.
Well, my regards to him.
He's probably listening and he'll probably hear. So, Hannah, what's up? What can I do for you this evening?
I want to ask questions.
Go ahead.
Let me just say, it's actually about what you guys discussed
Okay.
previously, Sha.
Mm-hmm.
So, you guys discussed something about sex in a relationship, like something like that, if I'm not mistaken.
What do you mean? Did you say sex in a relationship?
Like, if sex is helping building a relationship, something like that. I can't really guess because I was really busy when I was listening to the program that day. I just stepped up.
Okay. Okay. So, what exactly is the question? Let me see how best I can answer it.
My question goes like this.
Mm-hmm.
Like, is sex really, like, does sex really make two people lovers?
Well, some people feel so, but to me, I honestly don't. Sex is, let's just say, it's a part of a relationship. It's it's integral if it's in a marriage. It's a way to bond, it's a way to be intimate with your partner. But essentially, in the end, sex does not make a relationship, because you can have a purely sexual relationship with somebody, but it doesn't necessarily mean that is your relationship. A relationship goes beyond sex.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I have another question again.
All right, Hannah, go ahead.
But why is it that most guys, like, some of them even go to the extent of giving up in a relationship just because of sex?
Yes, because like I said, sex is a part of a relationship, and to some people it is important.
But
now,
is that necessary?
No, listen. The thing is, men generally are sexual driven creatures. Women, the difference between men and women is that men are sexual driven creatures. Women are emotional driven creatures. Men, of course, are attracted more by what they see first before what they hear. A woman is attracted more by what she hears and feels before mostly what she sees. Now, men, of course, are more physical, of course, and, yes, for most men, I'm not saying all men because it goes beyond that. Of course, a mature man knows and can tell you the difference. I can tell you that sex, yes, as sex is an important part of a relationship, sex is not the end all and be all of a relationship. That is essentially it. Now, most men, of course, sex is important. It is to many people, but it is not necessarily the most important aspect of a relationship. It is just a part. In fact, some people will tell you sex is a benefit. It is just a part. It is not the relationship itself, especially if you're looking for something concrete, if you're looking for something important, if you're looking for a worthwhile relationship. Sex is not the main part of it. But if you're looking for an exclusively sexual relationship, then it becomes an important part. You understand what I mean?
Thank you.
All right, then.
To the extent, some guys will be like, Abifu, I give and take now.
Mm-hmm. That's the point. That means to that person that the sexual expression of a relationship is important to them. But then it comes down to the individual. If sex is important to that person, then maybe that's how he's expressing himself. But if the person is looking for a true relationship, just a true relationship with you, then sex does not necessarily mean it is the end all and be all. It is a part of a relationship, but it's not the most important part of it.
Sometimes we go as in up to the extent to be like deceiving a girl to deceiving her, like, I will marry you. But in that aspect, it sounds as if sex is a, should I say, is the approval or evidence that I'm going to marry you, something like that.
No, that's the point. Now, of course, when a guy wants to get with a girl, or he's trying to get with a girl, maybe if it's just physical for sex, most times you try to say or do what you can to get what you want. You appeal to the girl in whatever way it appeals to her, whether it's marriage, maybe she's looking towards marriage. But that's like I said, some people do that. Some people go to that level. But it depends on what you're looking for. If that's the kind of person you're running into, then you have to run into new cards. You have to change. Like we said, we talked about tonight, knowing what you want and knowing what you need, stripping it down and going for exactly what you want. It depends on the kind of people you meet. Yes, a lot of guys, especially at a certain age, maybe sex is the primary thing on their minds, and they tend to go for it. And sometimes you even hear people will say whatever they can and do whatever they can because they want to get into your pants. But it depends on what you want for yourself, and it goes beyond that. There are many other people, there are many other guys that is not the case. If somebody is looking for a real relationship for you, sex is not yes, it is a benefit, it is a part of a relationship, but it is not the central or primary focus of that relationship.
Well,
okay?
Well, thank you so very much.
All right, Hannah. Thank you so much, okay?
Have a nice day ahead.
All right, you too. Thank you so much, Hannah. Thank you.
Bye.
All right, now. Good night. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, this still is Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM, and the number to call still remains 081 8999 1011. Hello, good morning. Hello? Looks like we lost that call. 081 8999 1011. That's the number to call tonight. Hello, good morning. Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to the program.
Yeah, good morning.
Welcome. What's your name and where are you calling me from?
My name is Philemon. I'm calling you from EFAB, Lokogoma.
Philemon from EFAB, Lokogoma. How's Lokogoma this morning, my brother?
Very peaceful.
Fantastic. Talk to me. What can I do for you?
I want to contribute.
You want to what?
Contribute.
Okay, please, go ahead. Go ahead.
Most of those girls now.
Mm-hmm. Hello? Hello, Philemon? Hello? Looks like we lost that call. Philemon, if you're out there, please call me back. It looks like the line cut, or maybe it was a network issue. If you want to call in, the number still remains 081-8999-1011. Hello, good morning. Hello. Hello, good morning. Welcome to the program.
My name is Lily.
Pardon?
My name is Lily.
Lily, where's Lily calling me from?
Calling you from Nassau.
Lily from Nassau. How's our signal out there in Nassau? I hope it's nice and clear for you.
Yeah, it's nice.
Fantastic. Talk to me, Lily. What can I do for you today?
Yeah, I want to ask you a question.
Okay, go ahead. But Lily, your voice is a little low. Could you please speak up a little louder, please?
Okay, I want to ask you a question.
All right, Lily, go ahead. Go ahead.
What would you do? What would you have? What? I
I don't know how to put it.
Okay.
If you should have a wife, I don't think you should appreciate your wife. You're good, you're beautiful, things like that. I don't know.
Okay, wait, Lily, is your question if you have a wife, should you appreciate her? Is that your question?
Yeah.
Most definitely. You must always... You see, a relationship, the only way a relationship can grow is it's like a plant. If you don't water the plant, if you don't clear away the weeds, if you don't add the manure, if you don't do those things, the plant will wither and die. But if you want it to blossom and bloom, these are the things you do. And appreciation is very, very important. Not just for a man to his wife, but a wife to her husband. Let her know she's beautiful. Let her know that, oh, thank you. Thank you for what you're doing. Thank you for, oh, you look good today, honey. Oh, you know what? I'm so sorry that I offended you today. Please accept my apology. Or, you're intelligent. I like what it's not just in a relationship, in any kind of relationship. Positive affirmation brings about positive results. It encourages that person. It gives that person, let me put it in loose terms, it gives that person morale. It encourages that person. It builds that person's confidence in one another. So yes, it is very important for a husband to always find a way to compliment his wife. If it's a delicious meal she prepared, let her know. If she's taking care of the children properly, let her know. Appreciate her in the things she does, and the things, those kind of compliments and those kind of comments go a long way towards boosting and bolstering that person's belief and confidence. It's very important.
Okay, the reason why I asked that question is my husband. I so much love my husband. He looks good. Friends out tell him that, you look good. He looks good. I don't want somebody to snatch you away from me. But in a situation where I will look good, I'll make my hair. You will not tell me that, oh, my wife, you're looking beautiful. But somebody will appreciate your wife. If somebody appreciate your wife, you jealous, you angry. I don't know what it's all about.
Okay, he doesn't give you the compliment and appreciation, but if somebody else on the outside does, he gets upset about it. Why not discuss this with him? Why not have a dialogue or conversation? Some people generally, I don't know, some people, especially men, we tend to forget what we have. Once we have something, especially maybe you get married, you tend to forget that marriage is just like the analogy I use. Marriage is just like that garden. If you don't tend to it, if you don't make it sweet for yourself, it will become sour. It will wither and die. So, like you said, you love your husband, but these are the things that you appreciate. He should understand this. Talk to him and let him know, look, my husband, I love you and I understand you. This is the person that you're supposed to feel vulnerable with, open with. You can be able to express yourself, and you should be able to express yourself and how you feel. If you're happy, let him know you're happy. If you're sad, let him know these are the things. Express that, because I'm pretty sure if you do something wrong or there's something that you're doing that he doesn't like, he will tell you. Right now, he's doing something that you don't like, something that you're looking for, that appreciation from him, because it goes a long way, especially when you receive that comment, when you receive that those words of affirmation, those words of affection from your spouse. It stands as a huge moral booster. It helps bolster the love and relationship. But let him know. Why not let him know? In fact, why not even try imbibing it in your own relationship? Why not throw him a compliment? Let him know, have an open conversation with him, have a dialogue where, okay, these are the things I like about you. These are the things I love about you and I appreciate about you. What do you love and appreciate about me? Let him open up with him. Have that heart to heart, a frank conversation. I'm not saying you should you should attack him and say you should do this when you're not doing this. No, but let him know. Intimate it to him. Let him know that these are the things that you like, that you want to hear. What do you think about this dress? Oh, my husband, look at this hair I made. What do you think? Draw his attention to it, and let him know that these things are important to you. You understand?
Yeah.
Have that conversation with him. He's your husband. He loves you. You share a home together. You have a family together. You're building a life together. Don't be afraid to let him know how you feel, because to be honest, he may not even know it right now. And like I said, many people, we tend to lose sight or lose focus. When we get married, life comes in, the children comes in, and we tend to forget that in the end, what happens, the most important person in your life is your spouse, is your partner. The two of you, yes, you're a married couple, but not too long ago, he was chiking you. He was asking you out. He saw those beautiful things in you that made him want to get married to you. Remind him of that and show that light in him so that it brings it out. It brings out the best in him, and he'll bring out the best in you.
Okay. Thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Thank you so much, my sister. And I wish you all the best, okay?
Thank you very much. Good night.
All right, then. Have a pleasant evening. Take care. All right. This is still Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM, and the number to call still remains 081 8999 1011. Hello, good morning.
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you. This gift.
Gift, where is Gift calling me from?
I'm calling from Apple.
Gift from Apple. How's Apple this morning, my sister?
Apple is great.
Fantastic. Talk to me, Gift. What can I do for you?
Thank you. Well, I have a little issue with my relationship. So I want to share it with you.
Okay, please go ahead.
I met a guy, about 3 months ago, 4 months now.
Okay.
When we started loving me. So I asked him a question, did you have a relationship before me? He said yes. I said, okay, what happened to the relationship? He said it's distance. Not that both of them separated, but it's distance. I said, okay, that means it's very easy for the ladies to die that. This can't be the problem.
Okay.
Because you don't have any serious relationship with the lady. I think fine. I enter into it, and now it's lovely. But at the time, he stopped giving me concentration the way he used to. Normally, before he goes to work in the morning, he do call me on phone.
Yes.
I will be busy from now to so time. Please, can we talk from that time and maybe from 5 to 6 or from that 5 to?
Yes.
I said, okay. He said lovely things and the rest of it. He showed concern to so many things that about me. But now, I don't know what is happening. He no longer call. Even if I call, he will not pick the call when I call him. Sometimes, even if I didn't call him, he won't call me. So I sent him a text I sent him a text last week.
Okay.
I told him that there's some things about him which I don't really like and I'm no longer comfortable with. So I want to talk about it. He said that he don't want to talk about it now. I said fine, I keep quiet to it. The following day, I called him after asking him how his work and the rest of it. I want to talk about it. He still told me that he don't want to talk about it. So I don't know what the problem is. Is it that the previous lady is around, or I don't even know what is happening to the relationship? But to be honest with you, I love him. I told him yesterday that if he's no longer interested in the relationship, he should let me know because I'm seriously bothered in him.
Yes. Okay, but what did he say when you sent him that message?
He did not reply the text, and he didn't call.
Up till now?
Yes. I even sent him another text this night, but he did not reply.
I I think your suspicions may be right in this one, but I don't want to say it's that other lady, but I think he is distracted. I don't know whether it's with someone else but it seems like he's very, very distracted right now at this point in time, especially when your girlfriend or your lady, the person that you claim is your lady in your life, sends you this kind of a message or tries to reach out to you, and you don't want to talk about it in any way, shape, or form or regard, and some to the point where you don't even respond to messages. I think your suspicions in that regard is right. He is distracted, maybe with someone else at this point in time. I know you love him, but the important thing in a relationship sometimes is to learn to be where you're appreciated. Learn to be where you're celebrated and not where you're tolerated. If he's gone to the point where he feels like he's tolerating this relationship and you feel like you're being tolerated and not celebrated, then it might be a sign for you to maybe step back. You need to step back and to take care of yourself. Yes, I know you love him and I know you feel something for him, but if he himself is not reciprocating the same gesture, because a relationship is give and take. As much as you put in is what you reap. If you don't plant love, if you don't sow that seed of love, you cannot reap the benefits of love and a relationship. And right now, it seems like he is distracted. Maybe you should just give him that space. Step back. Give him that space. If he does come to you, or he wants to come back to you, then you can bring up this issue again. Look, is it now that you have my time? What exactly is the issue? What is the problem? If there's somebody else, fine. But right now, your time is valuable. You need and you deserve somebody who will love and appreciate you and give you the time and value of day that you want and you deserve. Right now, it seems like he's distracted with something else. So just, you sent the message. He hasn't replied. He hasn't called. Just take your foot off the pedal. Don't say anything again. Just take that time. Pull yourself out. Give yourself time to heal. Give yourself space. Give him that space. Maybe, you know how the saying goes, if you love something, you set it free. If it comes back to you, it's meant to be yours. If it doesn't come back to you, then it wasn't meant for you in the first place. Right now, it seems like he is distracted by whatever or whoever. That's not your concern. You matter. You have value. And if he cannot see and appreciate that right now, then he wasn't meant for you in the first place. Okay?
Okay. The problem we had when we started the relationship is that she complains that I don't make up.
You don't make up?
I don't make up. One thing is that all these artificial things,
yes,
I'm not good at that.
I understand that.
Do you understand? I'm not good at all these artificial things. So I told him that I like to appear the way I am. And I told him that if I appear to you, when the first day you met me, there is no makeup in my body. You have to appreciate it and take it like that.
And if you can't take it, then leave me alone. Exactly.
So you have to appreciate it and take it like that. So he complained at the time due to the love I have for him. I say, fine. I try to do the little one I can. But when you apply all those things, sometimes he will overlook it. He's the one that says, do it like this. But when you do it, he will look at it as if he did not see what you do. The thing is really making me uncomfortable. I say, fine, let me be myself. Let me be who I am.
Exactly.
Don't understand, let me be who I am. Let me not apply things that is not way. So, but the relationship is really hectic to me now.
I would never advise anybody to change who they are, essentially. Change your beliefs and change who you are for any kind of a relationship. You see, if you're in a relationship, a happy and healthy relationship, and you decide on your own without being forced or changed, you want to you do this, then that's fine. But not to change who you are and what you believe. Like, for example, like what you said now, you are not the kind of person that does makeup. It's not in your nature. It's not something that appeals to you. I wouldn't advise you to change that, because when he met you without the makeup. He met you as who you are, and he somehow found that love and appreciation for you. Now all of a sudden he feels, oh, you should change your pattern or your lifestyle. No. Change must come from you. It must come because you want to do it and it pleases you, not to please somebody else. In the end, your happiness is what is important. And if this person is not making you happy, yes, you love this person, but for how far are you going to bend before you break? How long, what will you change yourself into to make this person happy? And what is he changing in himself to make you happy? It's not about you making a change. It's about both people making changes, compromises, and sacrifices towards the betterment of the relationship. And if he isn't doing his part and you're carrying, then you're the one who's on the losing end. For now, I say just step back. Be who you are. Be exactly who you are. Somebody who will love you and appreciate you for exactly who you are without you having to change your values or your personality or who you are, will appreciate and accept you as you are. If he cannot do that and he cannot give you the time and day, then he doesn't deserve your time.
Okay. Thank you very much.
All right, then. Thank you so much, my sister. I wish you all the best, okay?
Thank you.
All right, now take care. This is still Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM, and my name still remains Buchi, and like a deck of cards, I am your Jack of Hearts, and the number to call still remains 081-8999-1011. Hello, good morning. Hello? Hello? Looks like this is a shy caller who doesn't want to say anything. But of course, like we always say on this program, don't be shy. This is your time. This is your zone. This is your avenue for you to share your views and your opinions and your thoughts, your own comments, and also what is troubling you. And let us see how we can help out, because a problem shared is always half solved. Hello, good morning.
Good morning, bro.
Good morning, my brother.
Yeah. This Samuel coming from Durham.
Samuel from Durham. How's Durham this morning, my brother?
Fantastic.
Fantastic. Talk to me, my brother. What can I do for you?
Yeah, actually, last time I called, I complained of a girl that I've been in love with for almost 3 years.
Yes.
That, So, but the question got to board today.
Yes.
When Hannah called you, or like asking you if that is important or something like that. So I was impressed the way you answered that question. You understand?
Yes.
So he doesn't know me. I'm not a reverend father.
Okay.
I'm not going to engineering school. That kind of a thing. I'm a human being. I'm a guy in that matter.
Yes.
So he cannot expect me to. Now we are dated for like 3 years, and they are thinking of going school. So, and you are still going to spend like 3 years in your course, or which one, anyone you wish to do.
Yes.
So me too, we still go to school and say, okay, 6 years, me without having sex, I'm not a grandfather now.
Of course.
So
of course.
at least that to do this, and inside you know that actually, you have to have that trust. Because I've been with you for 2 years, you have to have that big trust. I mean, that big trust that yes, I'm not going to maybe dissuading you and just let you go like that, or just leave you. Except you are the one that said that you want to leave me. But I'm not paying for that to happen. That after that you are going to leave each other. It was like the girl was like paralleling at me that all this and all this and all this and all that. I said, there's a program I used to listen. I called.
Yes.
And this advice the man gave to me. I think this advice is where I'm going to step on. He was okay. Now what the man told me, I said, look. If me, it is what I want. And me, I don't feel like cheating on you. So if you're not that kind of interested in giving me what I want, and you actually know that yes, I love you, and I'm not going to do that and just leave you just like that. I told her everything. She was like, she didn't listen to what the man told me. I said, you're not the first person. If actually you used to call this station or used to listen to it, you will know what is love is all about, or
Yes.
you will understand more things and learn some other things. I just got to tell that, okay, if because of her, I traveled to Enugu. So when coming back, I stayed there for the complete one week, and I have to lodge for 5 days in a hotel. So when I check myself, I got to call my brother that lives around. I just have to stay there. So when he came, we stayed for like, okay, how can I just fly you out for like that 5 days? We'll still be sleep on one bed and we'll be looking at each other like, I'm on to come now, makes sense. How come you look at all those things finish? I'm not gonna say, gee, see how they be. I don't feel that kind of thing again.
Yes.
Waiting I want. If you give me, I no go give me. No big deal now. If you say no, I say no go give. I wish you well, for that guy will feel come for you.
Yes.
But make sure don't say me I no do bad thing for you, but it's when me and you did. You get because okay, no problem. I think it's on my mind.
Yes.
I think I say not from my mind, but I just tell you where they pay me. I don't think when they date you, when they carry my money, when they find out get why go they that kind of thing.
Exactly.
I just they make those. Then I say okay, no problem. She's not telling me no problem. I don't know, say no problem. When she tell me, from her mind. Her parents, her mom, because her father is late.
Yes.
Her mom, even my mom, they get very well. But she didn't call my mom. She only tell her mother what's happening.
Yes.
I don't want to put mouth on that kind of matter because she's a woman and she know what the man need and that kind of thing.
Of course, yes.
So the woman just called me. I said, okay, Samres, you see what's happened? My daughter was telling me this. I don't want to. I was even ashamed to tell her mom yes to look at what happened. I told her that that is how it is. So the woman laughed. I said she will talk to her. So since then, I've been calling her. She don't want to pick my call. And I text her a message like as that last caller, that lady said she don't want to reply me back. I said so maybe she has taken the under step now. That okay, no problem. So I also okay. Abroad, I think she has appreciate a lot for the advice he gave to me.
You're welcome.
Even when I came back, I lost my phone on my way coming back. But I have a number of fans.
Yes.
Even this station, I know this station. I got to buy a small phone now that I've just used to be listening to the station or maybe listen to the program.
Thank you.
You understand? So no big deal on that. You see all this relationship stuff. There are some guys that mainly. If I have seen the woman privately, that will just leave the girl. There are some people that okay, when they see that privately, that thing will motivate them. But the love, I think the love there will be more stronger than any other thing.
True.
Some of the girls they don't used to listen like that. Some of the guys be listen like that.
That's very true, my brother. That's true.
So I make the other one. I don't make. I also make a call. Make I say, see the thing that it takes up. You understand?
I get it, and yes, I think exactly what you said. Thank you so much. I think you gave the what you said is very, very true. You let her know this is where you stand and this is what you're coming for. At least you didn't, some people will go and pretend that they're not interested in sex when actually it's the sex that they want. And then they get angry and frustrated when the girl is not giving. At least you let her know, look, I like you and this is what I want. And I can't be sleeping around. Yes, like you said, body no be firewood, you be man. That is normal. I wanted to share a physical relationship with you and more. And now if she's not comfortable with that, that's fine. If she wants it, fine. If she doesn't want it, then no problem. You've done everything you can. You've presented your case, and that's it. Even her own mother does understand the needs of a man, and that's true. But at least you were straightforward and you were honest with her. If she feels that somebody else, she can be, maybe she'll go and marry a saint or marry a reverend father who will not touch her, because I don't understand, but that's her own prerogative. But the truth is, you've done your part. You've laid out your cards on the table. The ball is in her court. If she wants to go forward with you, fine. If she doesn't want to go forward with you, no harm, no foul. You just move forward. There's somebody out there who will appreciate you and also be willing to give you and engage in the kind of relationship that you want. Okay, my brother?
Yeah.
All right, then. My brother, thank you so much. Thank you for calling in and thank you for sharing. Thank you so much, okay? And I wish you all the best, okay?
That's it, bro.
All right, now. Take care. All right, now. Good night. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, a very interesting point was brought up here. especially when it comes to this. We tend to forget, especially when it comes to a relationship. We talked about wants and needs. Identifying those things that are important to us in a relationship and actually actualizing them. And there is no harm, there is no foul, and there is no shame in coming out to say exactly what you want. If you want a sexual relationship, come out and say it. Don't pretend. Don't be shy. You're not the first, you won't be the last. If it's something more, you want just, and sometimes, like the last caller said, sometimes it's that physicality that might lead to whatever. But it is important to always highlight and identify this is it. And if you don't force it, don't ever force sex from anybody, not for nothing. If you want a sexual relationship and that person doesn't, it just means you're speaking two different languages. Don't force that person. Don't put that person under any kind of undue duress or pressure. Sex is best enjoyed when it's mutually beneficial from two parties. Both of you decide as adults, consenting adults, that this is what you want to do. That's when it's enjoyed. It's not enjoyed if one person wants it and the other person doesn't. Hello, good morning. Hello? Hello? Looks like we have another shy caller out there. Number to call still remains 081-8999-1011. It's about 12:54 in the morning. We have just a few more minutes to go. And at least I think we can take at least one or two calls before we wrap it up. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. Welcome to the program.
My name is Sani Planning Karmala.
Where are you calling me from, my brother?
I'm calling you from Karmo.
How is Karimu this morning, my brother?
Karmo is Dangosa.
Fantastic. Talk to me, my brother. What can I do for you today?
Oh, actually, I get one girlfriend just started. But anytime she referring me, I don't know what's happening. So me and her, because sometimes anything when she asks me, they try to give up. But anytime she referring me, I don't know what's happening.
Okay.
Which kind of idea for me, I think?
Every time she's quarreling you, even though you try to give her what she wants, but what is she quarreling you about? Is it that you don't give her the things she needs, or she just quarreling you for quarrel's sake?
Sometimes she asks me something when my power is not rich.
Okay.
So when I see I know she do that thing, I tell her I know she do it. They become angry with me.
Okay. Well, I think she has to understand. You have to let her know and understand. Look, there's some things you can do and there's some things you can't do. What are you going to do? Are you going to steal? Is it that until you stand on the road and start stealing before she'll be happy? If she's not happy with what you're providing, then it's a free world. She can move on. But if she wants to be with you, if she does love you, then she should understand with you where things, times are hard. If you can do it, you would do it. But right now, you cannot. And there's no way, you're not going to commit yourself or make promises that you can't keep or try and do things that you cannot do. You're a simple person. You're trying your own best. You're making your own money. You're trying to do what you can. Let her understand. Babe, I care about you, but right now I cannot afford it. Doesn't mean that if I can afford it, I would do it for you, definitely. But right now, as things stand, I just can't afford this. Please understand with me. Now, if she feels that that's not good enough for her, then there's nothing much you can do in that regard. All you can do is do what you can. That's all. That's where your hand reaches. I would not advise you to borrow or to try and be something that you're not. Be exactly who you are and let her appreciate what you are and what you have. And if she can't do that, then you might have to just let her go. But let her understand. Let her understand. Of course, right now things are tough. Everything is hard right now.
All right.
Everything is hard right now. Let her understand that. All right, my brother. Okay. Thank you so much, my brother. I wish you a pleasant evening, okay?
Okay.
Of course, this is still Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM, and we're just about time to round up. But I'm going to take one last call, so I'm wondering who's going to be my lucky last caller for tonight. Hello, good morning. Hello?
Hello.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, Buchi.
Welcome to the program, my brother.
Welcome. I called you last week,
Okay.
and I told you that I'm standing from the port road.
Okay, Stanley, welcome.
Yeah, and somebody Esther from Maraba called. Then I sent you a message
Yes.
that I need the Esther from Maraba. I even sent my number and everything.
Yes.
I sent the message. They reply to me.
I sent, like I said, it has to come. There has to be mutual consent. I did contact her. I tried to get in contact with her. That you were interested in her. Whether it's okay if I can send her number, but she never actually got back to me on that. It's the whole thing is mutual consent. You've given me your consent to connect with her. I reached out to her, and I asked her, is it okay? Can I send you this person's number, and the two of you can connect? She didn't actually get back to me. I wouldn't want to keep out your information like that in public, and also it has to also come from her so that I can actually send it, and then she can reach out on her own and you can reach out. But she didn't give me her own consent in that regard. That's why you didn't get a message from her. So what I can do is I can still reach out to her again. Maybe she's a little busy, maybe she's tied up or something like that. But I will reach out again for her on your behalf, and if she gives me consent, then I'll connect the two of you. Is that okay, my brother?
No problem.
All right then. But don't worry, I'll do that on your behalf. I'm going to do it again and see whether she'll reach out. Okay?
Do you still have her number?
Yes, I do.
Somebody else, somebody.
Yes. As I have her number, we have a database, and I have her number. I have your number, but like I said, it's mutual consent. If she gives me her consent, then no problem. But I'll reach out to her again and see and get back to you on that. All right?
You still have my message there?
Yes, I do.
Okay, maybe you'll call me after the program.
All right then. Okay.
You will come after the program.
What I will do is I will reach out to her. I'll do that tomorrow. It might be too late right now, but I'll reach out to her tomorrow on your behalf. Is that okay?
Tomorrow afternoon?
Probably from like 12 down. From like noon.
Oh, okay.
All right then.
All
right then. Thank you, my brother, okay? Yes, ladies and gentlemen, with that, we've come to the end of tonight's program. I want to thank everybody who called in to share their thoughts, their views, their opinions, and of course their troubles. And I hope that we have been able to be like a healing balm and ointment and prefer you with the best answers and solutions that we can. I want to thank everybody for the production team. Of course, I want to thank the production team, Desmond in the visual department, and Mr. Dan and his IT and the IT department, and his let's say my colleagues out there. Of course, I want to thank you all for, of course, being out here with me tonight, for streaming us live and making me look this good. Of course, if you want to be a part of the program, or you want to catch any of our previous programs, you can go to our social media page. There's Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Periscope, you name it, we're on it. Type in Human Rights Radio 101.1 FM. Like, subscribe, share with your friends, and you can go back and check all our other programs. Any other program, any time of day, we stream it live, and it's all up there, archived and kept out there for you. If you want to listen to something again, or you want to catch something again, it's all out there. You can also follow us and listen to us anywhere you are on the surface on the earth with our app. Just download the app from the Google Play Store or the iOS Store. Download it and be a part of the Human Rights Radio family. Of course, my name still remains Buchi. And like a deck of cards, I am your Jack of Hearts, and this has been Heartbeat. Let's do this again next week. Same time, same station. But of course, always remember, there is only one important thing in this life, and that is to love and be loved.